Hey there, everybody in the FFBE Global Facebook group, and hello to everybody who sees this video on YouTube as well. Welcome to this week's episode of askanoldmog, where we take a look at some questions, usually coming from the global Facebook group, and answer them in a visual way, but not always from the global Facebook group. Today is an example of one of those videos where we get a question from YouTube, or at least a topic from YouTube that we're going to talk about, and that is about stat pots and stat doors. So let's dig right into it and not waste any time. Okay, so the question came in. This is from HS Gaming HD. Is there an episode talking about pots and doors? Judging from titles of older episodes, I don't see it, but I would like to see their use to be explained, why it's something users should try and do to up their damage output and survivability. This is a really great question, and one that I feel like sometimes I overlook because of how long I've been doing this, and it's one of those things that okay, I get a new unit, I just dump all the stuff in it that they need. I level them up, I get their STMR, I get their TMR, I upgrade their stats and LB damage, and I just don't think about it, because I do it all the time. So I think this is a really good topic, and we're going to show kind of in game how much of an effect this can have. Plain and simple, stat pots and stat doors are small but important ways that you can increase your stats for both offense and defense. If you've never seen this before, I'm going to show you how to do it. Let's talk about stat pots first. Stat pots increase a unit's stats by 1, 5, or 10, depending on their rarity. Each unit has a specific amount that their stats can be raised, and just by in the old days, we would fuse these pots into them to raise their stats. And these can be obtained in several ways. You can get them from arena rewards. Wow, I cannot spell. Arena rewards, tickets, coin exchanges, raid summons. There's tons and tons of ways you can get these stat pots. Okay, but that's kind of what they look like. They come in 3, 4, and 5-star varieties. And in the current state of the game, they just serve as points that you can dump into your units. Okay, pretty cool. Stat doors, on the other hand, these increase the upper limit of the total number of pots or points that can be fused into a unit. And they can really only be exchanged or obtained through the red star quartz exchange or special events that give them out for specific units. I'm talking specifically about the unit upgrade events, for Kelger, or Reno, units like that where they have the ones that where you can farm up the free upgrade materials for them. You can get silver ones for them that are tied to them specifically, but otherwise you're going to be getting these from red star quartz exchange. And so yeah, it's they're a little harder to come by, but they're very, very important. Since the massive overhaul to the UI that we got recently, stat pots and doors are simply just converted into available points and don't remain as actual units in your inventory. When you go to upgrade a unit, you simply see how many points you have and how much you can upgrade them when you tap the button. Important safety tip, okay? It's been a while since Sharky has come by to talk to us, right? But it's important to remember what? What are we trying to remember? Gill turtles don't exist in your inventory either. They're just items that you can sell. Thank you very much, Sharky. It's very, very important to remember that, okay? That gill turtles are not in your inventory. You have to go sell them. You get those. Those were converted during the UI as well. Thank you very much, Sharky. So I'm gonna show you how we can get to see these in action. We're gonna go to our units, and we're going to click on our Giot here. Notice our Giot is level 1. He has not been upgraded in any way, and he's got 20 attack, 17 defense, 11 magic, 12 spirit, and so does this one. They have the exact same stats because they're both level 1. Okay, I'm going to click on a unit and then click on enhance. And that's going to take me to this screen where I can see all the various ways that I can upgrade them. I can increase their level, their LB, their HP, MP, attack, defense, magic, and spirit. Okay, pretty straightforward, right? In the early days, it was generally assumed that it was only worth upgrading a unit's attack and magic because offense was really the most important strategy. This is like back in the day when we were like trying to have units with like 6,000 attack, okay, and like it was like, okay, I just got this unit and I know that I can get over 6,000 attack, and so I'm going to dump all my red star quartz into buying attack pots and doors, and that was okay because as long as you could kill the boss pretty quickly, like attack and magic was the most important thing. But as time has gone on, and as bosses have gotten more lethal, it's more important for survival to upgrade a damage dealer's defense and spirit. Oftentimes, damage dealers have very low defense and spirit by comparison. A really great example of this is Sky, right? A Neovision's unit who is just a literal glass cannon. Olive is another good example of this, they have really, really bad defensive stats, but they've got really good attack and magic. But if they take a hit, they're going down, so like increasing their defense and spirit with stat pots and doors is an important way to help them survive, because it's every little bit that you can, between giving them stat pots and stat doors, kind of gearing for defense and spirit. You want to throw as much in there as you possibly can. And let's see here. There was one more thing I wanted to mention. Yes. We'll come back to these tips, okay? Don't worry. So let's show this in game really quick. First of all, I want to show where you can get this stuff. So we're gonna back out of this really quick, and we mentioned that you can do. Well, we'll go ahead and pop those tips up right now. So first of all, you want to overfarm raids and box summons to obtain massive amounts of pots, as well as upgrade materials like crystals and forticites. Honestly, what else are you doing once you've farmed out the raid all the way with your energy? So just go ahead and do it. It's free stuff. If you go to the summon, right, and then go down here, Operation Breakthrough or Grudge-Filled Ruins, right? So I've already done all the boxes. I've already gotten everything. And if I, just spam multi-summon here and I use all of my Grudge-Filled Ruins coins, I have a lot. It's going to just give me a bunch of stuff, right? And I'm getting TMR Moogles, I'm getting Cactars, okay. I didn't really get any pots in this instance. I got some snapper turtles though, and some regular star quartz, and lots of other stuff like forticite. It's a good way to shore up your available stuff just by over spamming the raids and things like that. Okay, and once you've emptied out all the boxes, you can do that, right? Now, oftentimes stat pots are even included in here. So like King Burst pots and stuff like that, you can get pots in the raid themselves. So it's very important to do events that we can get all this free stuff. Okay, same is true of the current one, Operation Breakthrough. Once you've cleaned out the boxes, I haven't cleaned this one out yet. You can get stat pots here too. Once you've cleaned it all out, you can go back in and just keep on summoning, and get free stuff. Okay. The other one is the red star quartz missions. This is to get red star quartz. You can find these in the vortex. If you go to all the way on the bottom, all the way at the bottom, Chamber of Challenges. It is a limited time only. You get new enhancement doors to raise your parameters. Okay. I have not done them this week, but every time you do them, you can do them one time. You get a little bit of red star quartz. And if you just stockpile it, then you can get tons and tons and tons of it. And then you go into Theo's workshop and go up here, talk to Theo, and you just exchange them for the various pots or the various doors that you need. And it's pretty inexpensive, 2 for a small one, 10 for a big one. But you just once you make the exchange, it just dumps those total points into your available doors and pots that you can use to upgrade your units. Okay. You want to take advantage of free upgrades in the unit upgrade events. So like if you the next time they give us a free a unit and you can farm up their free stuff, you know, don't spend your real doors on them if you don't have to. Just run the event and get free stuff to upgrade your units. Sometimes free units like Cisne and Kelger are really good for just like budget players. So like definitely don't skip the opportunity to upgrade them for free. And if you're finding that you're running out of MP, simply boosting your doors and pots on your MP completely solves the issue for some units. Most units, in fact. Deosis is an example of a unit that does not fix, because a lot of his abilities are just really expensive. But with Deosis, you don't really want to do his abilities. You want to spam his limit burst every turn. So like, you know, it's okay that his abilities are expensive, but like simply giving a unit more MP means that that their automatic refresh or their auto refill will just fill more MP when it goes. So it's the more MP you have, it just kind of like fixes most units' energy management issues just by maxing out their MP. So let's go ahead and go into our units and I'll show you what this looks like. Okay, so we've got our 2 G outs here. Attack 20, 17, defense, magic 11, spirit 12, and they're both the same. Okay, and I'm going to click on enhance. So let's say I want to make this King Giat have higher attack and magic. If I notice, like it says it increases his attack by 10 points if I click on the button one time, and I've got 5,002 points worth of attack pots. So if I spend it, it spent 10 points and it raised my stats by 10. If I do it again, it's going to go by 20, by 30, by 40, by 50, by 60, and I've got 5 more points that I can spend before I hit his cap. Okay, now I've hit his cap at 65, and notice now that doors appear on the list. So if I do it again, it's going to raise the limit by 10 as well as spend 10 points to raise him to meet that limit that I've raised. So like the doors are going to go up, and then the pots are going to go up. There we go. And I can do it again, and I can do it again, and again, and I can, to the point where I only have 2 more, and I eventually hit the limit of plus 97 points to a single stat. And notice it says master here. I was just doing that one tap at a time, so you can kind of see like how the points change. You can kind of see your available points go here. If you have enough pots and doors to just master your unit automatically, if you just tap and hold, we'll do his magic, for example. Tap and hold. It automatically spams them all in one run, and you can just keep on going. Now I'm going to keep going, you know, and I can master his spirit. I can master his magic, and it's just giving 97 to all of his stats. Okay, I happen to not have a lot of HP and MP doors, but you know, I can raise his HP as high as it'll go, effectively giving him another 900 HP, another 150 MP, and I could keep on going if I had doors. I just don't happen to have a lot of doors right now. Now, 20 plus 97 is what? 117? No. Yeah. 20 is 107, and then 10 more is 117. So we're raising his attack just without raising his level at all. We're raising his attack 97 points, which is going to give him 117 attack. 117 versus 20 does not really seem like a big change, right? But then you factor in that by the time you equip him with gear, that 117 now gets a 400% bonus on top of it, right? And then a 400% true double hand or true dual wield bonus on top of it, plus a 400% stat buff in battle, plus Esper stats, plus bonuses from gear, and the number keeps getting bigger and bigger and bigger. So that matters a lot. And 100 and, oh gosh, I can't do that math in my head. 100 and, it'll just be -3. 114 defense is a lot bigger than 17. Okay, so like that matters quite a bit, and even, you know, more so for the spirit, because we're just 5 points lower than that one. So I guess that'd be 109. I'm doing the quick math in my head. It matters. It raises their defensive capabilities, and especially with now that we're facing trials that like bypass cover or do fixed damage, which I guess fixed damage doesn't really matter about defense and spirit, but mitigation matters. You know, my point is there are attacks that bosses do that bypass our ways of protecting ourselves. bypassing mirage with accuracy, or not mirage, bypassing evasion with accuracy, bypassing cover. And we just need other ways of defending ourselves, and raising our stats with stat pots and stat doors is a way to do that. I'm going to not do this. I'm going to show you one more thing you can do. Reset. I'm going to go back into him, and I can just click on bulk enhancement. I can choose what I'm going to enhance, right? Anything that is highlighted in blue will be automatically enhanced. So if I go like that, I'm going to be bulk enhancing everything. If I click yes, it's going to do it. I'm not going to click yes right now, but that is a fast way to just do it all in one run. Okay. Don't forget to level up your limit burst. Especially if a unit has Warring Spirit, they want to level up their limit bursts. That way they get their limit burst on turn 1. If you don't level it up, it might not fill it up all the way. So, you know, make sure you level it up. Not to mention that most limit bursts at this point, they do more as you level them up. They get better effects and things like that. So don't forget to level up your limit burst. It's just as important as leveling up all these other stats. And don't forget, you know, abilities and stuff too. Giat does not have any abilities, but if he had them, you could awaken them. Otherwise, he's just got his STM. He doesn't have an STMR. He's got a TMR. It's kind of a good one too. Stone Killer 50% for free because Giat's a free unit. Yeah, pretty good. Pretty good. Let's show you one more thing. I want to show you where to sell those turtles because I did mention it, and I see this on Facebook all the time. How come I can't sell my gill turtles? Here's why. If you click on items, and then click on items again, and then click on sell, and then scroll down to the bottom, scroll up just a little bit, here's your turtles, okay? So they're items. You have to manually go in and sell them now. There you go. Now I've got max gold again. Whew. I'd spent a little gold the other day, you know? But you don't forget to sell your turtles every once in a while if you find yourself running out of gold. That's how you do it. So you click on items, click on items again, click on sell, and then find your turtles. Okay? That's how you do it. Thanks, Sharky. Yeah, that's pretty much it. So if you've got any questions about that, you know, I definitely want to do my part to answer them. Raising your stat pots and stat doors and stuff like that is just an important way of keeping yourself alive. Those numbers just get amplified and magnified the more, the higher your numbers go. So like, obviously every little bit helps. And it can make the difference between taking damage that kills you or not taking damage that kills you in some challenges. So make sure that you upgrade your stat pots. Cool. Even on units that you think it doesn't matter. Get your resources, get your reserves, level up your stuff. If you've got a question that you want to see in next week's video, definitely let me know in the comments below. I am planning on doing a video next week. It'll be the day before I head to LA. But definitely we'll be doing a video next week. So stick around for that. And then we will hopefully be seeing a lot of you guys in LA too. But if you've got a question for next week's video, let me know in the comments, either here on YouTube or on Facebook. I'm happy to try and take a look at those and answer them in a visual way. In the meantime, be good to each other. Take care, and we will see you in the next one. Take care, guys.